Monolith Requiem of the Ancients is a vibrant action RPG where you journey across Glies, a mystical world under dark forces. I'm sure it's this image here on the side. I'm pushing buttons on the controller as though that has any effect. This image here on the left is like a stereotypical sci-fi ensemble cast image replacement. It really makes me think of Star Wars and what is that one? Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the, and of course combined with the starry background. That's the imagery I get, the vibe I get from the way they're positioned and the glow. Despite having just read that little blurb from the Steam page, this game drew me, mostly just because it looks pretty nice. I'm a sucker for visuals. And so, let's just get right into it.
They abandoned us, our makers. One day they were here, our guides, our benefactors. Their civilization eons in the making, stretching finely to the stars. Then the next they were gone, vanished in an instant, leaving only us behind, to sift through their ashes, to find our own way, to fend for ourselves against the growing darkness, against the creatures that come in the night, that raid our villages and terrify us. Who will save us? Will the Makers ever return? Or will a hero rise?
I don't know. I think expecting me to be a hero might be asking a little much of me. And that must be us. Press down on the D-pad to summon the guiding spirit orb. Ah, there's our Navi. These are glowing. I wonder if I can do it. Yes, I can! I hope whoever this temple belongs to doesn't mind the wanton damage I'm causing here. So yeah, when you hear action RPG, I think most people do think, say, well, I say most people. I think Dragon Age, Mass Effect, but I mean, if you get down to it, Zelda's an action RPG, isn't it? Our objective is to explore the ruins outside the Temple of Soma. Well, I guess that's the Temple of Soma. And I guess we're getting right into it. Alright, light attacks. Oh, nice! It turned around so we could backstab it. Strong attacks, that's a B-bar. Ooh. there's a combo counter on the side. I wonder what these little orbs we're collecting are going to do for us. Sadly, we can't interact with the environment. Oh, there are lots of them. This is the Temple of
Though
Soma.
ancient, the architecture was unmistakable. No Diokek had built this place. It was human-made, dating from before the Great Cataclysm that had left them bereft of their makers and birthed the Hiltzik menace. If it was the Chosen's destiny to bring the makers back, so that they might destroy the Hiltzik once and for all, then Aster's path could only lay within.
So I'm guessing we're Aster. We're being chased by a couple of Hiltzik, and what we are is a Diokek. You know how in kung fu movies when they choreograph, just action movies in general, when they choreograph fights and you have like one person with multiple attackers, they tend to still only attack one at a time. I always think about that when I'm surrounded by enemies in a game. Got a shard upgrade. Because, like, naturally my preferred style of dealing with it is to deal with them one at a time. That makes sense. It keeps me from getting too overwhelmed by, like, all the things, you know? But it always looks and feels so cool when I can hit. Like, when I can end up juggling attacks between multiple enemies. Like, okay, you're flanking me, that's cool, that's fine. Gonna slash you some and then turn around and slash behind me as well. Of course, as you're seeing here, I do tend to focus on one enemy at a time anyway. Just rendering all of that mood. You know, it would be nice if the game had given me like a dodge button. I say that, fully acknowledging that I basically never dodge. Oh. That doesn't seem very nice of you. I wonder if it's a thing where I have to defeat all of them first. I hope you don't heal, as I don't pay attention to you. Because that crystal sure is spitting out vibes. Oh, they just keep coming. Now we're getting into gauntlet territory. It's okay, not every game has to be derivative of another. No, you're right, you're right. But at some point, it's not about original concepts, but how... Where is my health bar, come to think of it? Well, I died. I ran out of health. I guess it would be a good way to figure out where the checkpoint is. Did I Nope, the crystal's still down there. Let's go ahead and grab it. Will you all be noticing me? We'll get that shard upgrade again as well. Is that our health? The green bar? One of these enemies now has a yellow glowy thing above it. And I'm wondering if that's because I locked onto it. Yes, yes, it is. That is exactly what happened then. Lock-on leaves me a little conflicted because I really suck at aiming. So, you know, lock-on is helpful that way. But it means it's harder to do things like juggle dealing with multiple enemies at once when they are prone to flanking you. Oh, I was supposed to destroy the crystal. It was a gauntlet situation after all. Gonna get the shiny thing. I like how the second instance of a shard upgrade is just shortened to rare currency. You know what it is. You're good. You know, this would probably have been better to, like, tell me sooner. I can't... Oh. I'm not allowed to use my weapon until I have blocked twice. Oh, there is a dodge button! Let's also take care of this green crystal here. You sure weren't here before, buddy. The mark of a true action hero is... action RPG hero, sorry, is all the wanted destruction you leave in your wake. You... Yeah! The game has blocked me! I feel incredibly betrayed. I appreciate the boss being kind enough, the big dude being kind enough to to not go after me until I have completely destroyed one of his minions. That and also, ooh, I don't like your range. It feels like I should probably just keep attacking to not give you a chance to breathe. I'm not very good at not giving it a chance to breathe. But we won! Oh, these poor Diokek thought they were gunners. They were holding us here, and they don't want to find out where they were going to be moved to. Well, we can certainly smash the lock for you, buddy.
Kidnapping. The Hiltsik's preferred method of terror. No Diokek who reached the final destination was ever seen again. Sometimes pieces were found. A scrap of clothing here, a body fragment there. But never a mask, never a face.
Am I amused at the door?
Diokek children said they were all eaten by a monster. The man who takes your face away. Whatever it was, no Diokek wanted to find out, Asta included.
Yeah, no, that sounds smart. You just stay alive. I am very amused that the door apparently swings open with enough force to push us out of the way. Like so. Be free, buddy. And you as well. Oh, and now that we've freed them all, we ourselves are free to go. Is this a checkpoint? A health upgrade. Okay, my takeaway is, well, first off, I'm still angry that this got blocked off when I needed it to do my ring around the rosy with those enemies. My takeaway is that apparently in this world, D20s. Also contain all your contain all you need to make a better life for yourself. You know, I already forget what the button for summoning our orb is. Our guiding orb. That's a shield. Oh. Down on the D-pad, that's right. That was the very first controls thing we learned. Alright. Well, this is how you'd like to play. For whatever reason, I can't dodge all of a sudden. Oh, because I'm pressing the wrong button. That would do it. Oh, I should have known you were something. Well, it won't be long before you're done for. I assume at least that us trapping the big guy facing in the opposite direction meant that he wouldn't be able to hit me, and you know what? It worked. Very happy with that. I did see a green crystal that I feel like, there we go. I should have destroyed. I always wonder about games with destructible items and if the game will play the meta thing of like keeping track of how bad a denizen of the world you are. But very few games are that meta. Oh, we're not continuing there. Ha! Enter the hidden path.
Asta felt compelled, as if a small piece of destiny lay ahead.
No, Aster, I think that's just me moving the left stick on the controller. That's what's compelling you. Another dice shape. We feel the power! And now we can fire a blast of concentrated energy at a target. Okay, with that, we now have a use for all 4 buttons. Oh, that's interesting. So X fires a blast. Y is the light attack. B is the strong attack. A is jump. Strong attack leaves cracks in the ground. But you might notice to the left side of the screen, there are things assigned to the D-pad. And of course, down is the guiding orb. Up seems to identify crystals or something. I don't know, it's not reacting when I press it. I don't know what left is either, but right does the scanning thing. That moves as you move. Let's head on down. If we see some crystals, we'll try that button. Off run the hill kick? Oh wait, this is where we came from. But the blocked path is now open.
The Hiltzik appeared to be excavating the ruins. Just what plans did they have for this place?
Oh, don't let me interrupt you. You all seemed very busy. If you, ooh, that was unkind of you. If you've watched me play games before, you know I'm definitely someone who prefers to tank. Or barring that, stay from like a far enough distance that I can snipe and aim for like certain spots. That said, running around, drawing them all in a circle wasn't a bad plan either. Oh. Right. This this uses a finite resource that needs to be recharged. Alright, well we've grabbed all their orbs. Let's move on to the temple. I'm staring at our character's legs now that I'm looking at it. They're kind of peg-leggy. Like this isn't a Fire Emblem thing where the feet are sort of just hidden under the ground. Like they're just straight up peg legs. So I'm wondering how Aster manages to stand upright in the sand. Alright, well you could have some more Daka as well. Do you aim at me from up here? Well, this is just a little too high for that long-range friend. You know, I'm okay with that. Doesn't seem to know what to do with me since I'm not reacting at all. No, we can finish you off right now. No need to wait for it to charge. Confused. Let me help you with that. When you see an enemy, you shoot them. Like so. Alright, I want to see if this will make the button react. No, it doesn't. Okay, so that symbol on the top left, on the left side, on the top of D-pad. Oh, that's right. That's the wrong attack button. I would like to use melee for those. It's okay. It recharges. So I'm wondering if that's like a special attack? A charged attack, maybe? That's what D-pad up would be? Since it looks like we only have 3 charges for those.
The chamber, majestic as it was, did little to reveal the structure's true purpose. It did seem to be a hub of some sort, perhaps leading to different sections. Further investigation would be required.
All right, well. I still have questions about you and the sand, Astra, but I guess we'll make our way. I'm not seeing anything special to find in the nooks and crannies. There is a big glowy thing over there, though. Doesn't look like that's something that will respond to us shooting at the moment. But on the other side is a door that will. Alright, big glowy thing. Ah, this is what our rare currency has been for. Well, let's save the game first. We can get a shield bubble, a parry runic finisher. That would require me to be able to parry, though. Runic Blast damage level 2. That seems like it would be nice. Or a follow-up Runic Finisher. We can also get a Resurrection Crystal to get a second chance at life. You know what? I will accept my death when it happens, but I sure would like to do more damage with my firepower. See, that's the thing though, isn't it? What makes an action RPG, what makes it the RPG part? Wrong attack button, Zoku. Like, I always presumed it was more about the classes and how you chose to build your skill set that made it an RPG. Because in every game, you are always playing as a character, you know? So, you could argue in The Legend of Zelda, you are playing as Link, not Zelda. So you are role-playing as Link. But
bones, they were called. The telltale remains of perished biological organisms. But what were they doing here?
Or like in the here's some bones. Big old spookum bones. Oh, you really are a big old spookum bone. Look at that jaw. But like when you're playing, do you mind? I'm trying to talk about video games here. When you're playing as Link in Legend of Zelda, that's usually considered more an adventure game, I suppose, because you don't really have the choice to choose specific things, I guess. To make the character a little more unique. And yet, then you have stuff like modern Tomb Raider.
The machines were unlike any Asta had encountered before.
They were definitely not the Hiltzik.
Truly ancient tech, though their original purpose remained unclear.
Honestly, speaking of Zelda, they reminded me of baby guardians. Whatever it is they're actually... Speaking of guardians, that one looks like a scorpion. But like Tomb Raider, which has the upgrade system, or even say stuff like The Evil Within. That is rude. I did not ask to be trapped here. You can choose your upgrades. And I don't know if it's possible to fully max everything. I'm sure it would be like a gigantic waste of time. Oh, you are big and spooky.
Were these statues of some sort?
Please don't come to life.
Something told Asta they had once been living creatures. And why were they on display?
Something tells Zoku that those cracks are definitely gonna crack. Sometime very, very soon. Oh, those are so big. There are 3 of them. Ooh. Wrong attack button once again. I think it's interesting that the game lets you pick up in the middle of battle. You know, you just can't wait to let the shiny in. There are more! Where did you come from? I quite like the runic blast, thank you very much. Oh, I see you, I see you. I think you're slick. I actually haven't really been hurt by these all that much.
The significance of the place was becoming clear. A collection of biological remains, perhaps to be observed and studied. But for what purpose?
I'm just yelling at things because that's how I react to them. Was this perhaps a museum at one point? Do you think they'll mind if I destroy their artifacts? If so, that's a plaque for sure. That's definitely a plaque. Well, that one's blocked. And that one's open. And that's story, so we're gonna go here. We're still gonna go here. Where was my train of thought? Yes, so you could arguably still customize a character to you and your playstyle in games like Tomb Raider, Evil Within. Nothing else is really coming to mind. Watch Dogs, I guess, Assassin's Creed, and so on and so forth. But those aren't considered role-playing games. And yet, like, why is this one an action RPG then, you know? I'm just being pedantic here, I want to be clear. I don't really care whether or not you're an action RPG or an action adventure. Oh. You want to be attacked a certain way. Got it. I do in fact see those summoning lights behind me. You're not slick. Is friendly fire possible? I could have sworn that flying or just hit one of the crawling ones. I'm actually still not sure about the significance of what happens when it flashes red. It did hit one of the crawling ones, I think. I didn't like that. Because you hit me. It's very interesting that there is no aggro. Like, I've definitely hit it. But I'm not past the gate yet. So there is no aggro. Yeah, so I'm not sure what the significance of that is just yet. Is that a critical when I hit it and the red spear flies out? See, this one recognizes I exist. And there appears to be a shiny up here. Now that I think about it, I sure hope none of these breakables have things that I'm supposed to be collecting. I hope they're just breakable because they're breakable.
The Geocache knew precious little of their organic forebears, save what could be gleaned from the fragmented customs and rituals adopted in the wake of the Great Cataclysm. How had they come to be? With their flesh and bone bodies, the makers had created the Geocache in their image, with bodies made of wood, of stone. But who had created them? Was this place their attempt to understand their origins?
Well, when a mommy maker and a daddy maker want to fuck each other very much. Okay. Am I supposed to shoot the thing? Am I shooting the thing to make it swing? No, I'm just destroying it. I'm not sure that really did anything other than destroy a dino skull. You know, as all good archaeologists do, of course. That's why they're archaeologists and not paleontologists. Let's go grab us the shiny. Let's also go hit that crystal up. Literally. And if there are other things to engage with here, I'm not seeing them. So we'll continue on. No, genuinely, I don't know. Did I destroy something that was blocking this? When I beat up the skull, is that what happened? Return to the main room. Oh, how nice! There's a little teleportation thing to bring us back to the main room. Well, when it glows blue, we have to shoot. I wonder if I can make it swing more than just... well, what looks like left to right for us. I don't think so. It doesn't appear that way. Yeah, I'm basically firing at it head on now. But still pushing it left to right.
The curious device seemed to need more energy before its true purpose could be revealed. Asta vowed to keep searching for a way to power it.
Well, speaking of power, let's get us some more power. We could get the finisher. I really like the runic blast a lot, honestly. I didn't even notice the sword talents last time. Yeah, I think what I am going to do is just power up the runic blast again, and then we'll get ourselves well, we can't get ourselves extra damage. But we'll get ourselves some extensions to our combos. Oh, and of course, we'll save the game. Okay. Shooting you is pointless. Where can we go? This door is now blue.
Hey!
Oh, for a moment I thought that was our guiding spirit. No, but this is Zan, who is also a Diokek, and has finally caught up with us. Just followed the recognizable trail of wiped out Hiltzik. You know, the Hiltzik have kind of been fading. I don't know what you've been seeing, but they disappear after we wipe them out. Turns out that kid Nilo is more than just our superfan. Nilo has a whole stash of Maker artifacts. All related to the prophecy. I also wonder like how much of this Maker lore is like the mythology of lore. Just the Diokek trying to explain to themselves what happened with the humans.
Huh.
And so Zan, now with more exposure to Maker stuff, is ready to translate more Maker runes.
Oh.
Can we take Zan back to like the biology wing? This isn't a temple, it's basically a museum. Can we take Zan back to the... Oh. Can Zan hold their own in a fight? I would like to see... Oh. Thanks for being useful, Zan. Did that roar come from the big guy just now?
What he had already seen. The bones, the deceased organics, all catalogued and displayed. Zan agreed. It must be an archive of some sort. The two vowed to investigate further.
But yeah, like, there were some plaques, you know? There were some plaques under some urns that we may have destroyed. And, you know, maybe Zan could tell us a little about Maker history. That sounds like a nice weekend plan. Okay, I definitely don't want to, like, actually kill them. Because killing them makes the crystal summon more. I just want to knock them back enough. But Zan, sweetie. It sure would be nice if you could also fight here, you know? Instead of cowering in the corner. I guess Zen at least has since learned to, like, stay out of the damage. Zen, I was just trying to talk good about you. Please don't come near the battle. It's like running with scissors. You could get hurt. Ooh, get the shiny. Can I use, like, some of my upgrade shards to give Zan the ability to to fight? 'Cause that sure would be nice. There's one off to the corner there.
These pedestals didn't display prehistoric bones, but what appeared to be prehistoric tools. Fascinating.
No, narrator, that's Zan's job. Zan is supposed to be explaining this stuff to me. That's the only reason that Zan's allowed to be here. I hope Zan's not in the room. Okay, good. Zan is safely on the other side of the gate. Like, Zan actually does not look like they've getting hurt at all in all of this. It's just me being. Look at Zan, still stuck here. I suppose Zan won't be joining us for the rest of this trip. Through the culture wing of the museum. Bye, Zan. I'll get you a souvenir at the gift shop, okay? Oh, never mind. Zan got through. Pretty sure this is here. It marks the level of technology the ancients achieved. Right before Monolith tech began to hyper-advance their civilization. This is about the level of tech we are. Also, the more I look at these with the wood mask, the more I'm thinking Koroks, speaking of the Zelda thing. Well, we sure don't want to end up extinct, it's true. Are we doomed to follow in the footsteps of our makers? Monolith, Requiem of the Ancients, asking the truly important questions. Honestly, Xan should have been following the trail of destroyed crystals instead of Hiltzex. See, I destroy crystal. Oh, they're not gone. But they are gone when I destroy them. I'm not sure exactly what trail you were following there. One of these days I may find out. Yep, there we go, no more Hiltzex. One of these days I may finally find out what that roaring signifies. Like, is it going to start charging me? This battle was not that day. Oh, those are some fancy masks. They have paint on them and everything. It's always a good sign when the door closes behind you. So you can't go back the way you came. Always, always. Here's another D20. Let's get ourselves an upgrade. The last one was green, so that was hell, but this one's yellow, so this is probably whatever our energy blasts are. Mana? Stamina. And increases the time Aster can stay in the awakening state. I'm sure we'll find out what that is.
Huh.
More masks. They can't be Deocac. Or are they? Everything else is early humans, centuries before Deocac were created.
Hurrah.
Did masks hold significance for their early civilization? Something's weird about that wall. Well, it sure looks blastable. Oh, spirit realm. We can find secrets, like how this wall does not truly exist. But we'd have to walk through it in the spirit realm. Alright, how do I get up there? There we go. Gotta get all our shiny collectibles. Can Xan walk with us through the spirit realm? Doesn't appear so.
Paintings collected here and arranged with impeccable presentation by a race itself long dead. A history lost in the depths of time had been carved and sculpted into living rock thousands of years prior, predating the existence of the makers and everything else. What secrets did they hold? And why did they all feature the monolith?
Speaking of the monolith, what is the monolith, other than, the title of the game? The culmination of their technology. I feel like we've seen this story before. In Mass Effect. Why would an archive about prehistoric human technology include the monolith? I mean, no one ever said this was about prehistoric human technology. You just assumed that. I don't think we ever actually read a plaque that was like, this is about prehistoric human technology. But now Zan can. Zan wants me to go over there. I don't see him. Actually, that's all sparkly and stuff. Should I be concerned? So in the spirit realm, this shows a lot of people praying to a monolith. In our world, it shows a destroyed monolith. And towns were built around it. Alright, well, I assume Zen wants me to go there. Yeah, that's where the little story marker is. Prehistoric art, Xanios region, dated 10,000 BC. Depicting the monolith, pre-human kind.
Huh.
Prehistoric art, Kalios region. First contact of the monolith by early humans.
Oh.
If the monolith existed before humans, then I suppose it couldn't be the pinnacle of human technology after all.
Huh.
The makers, the almighty makers. Perhaps they aren't so almighty after all. Zan seems to feel very betrayed by it. He's doing the manga running away. When there's a truth he can't abide. Monolith reacting. Religious depiction of the monolith. The birth of agriculture. That's where we came from. The early use of masks and channeling rituals.
Oh.
Masks were used to channel the monolith's power by early humans.
Huh.
So when the Iokek were created, they were reenacting their own ancient religious history. Xanos decided this painting is not worth talking about. Channeled reactive phenomena. And an early mass catastrophe.
Oh.
From 8,000 BC. The Great Cataclysm wasn't the first time.
Oh.
Just how many times had they destroyed themselves before the final one? Even the makers didn't know. I suppose we're going to teleport back to the main room now. Everything Zan has ever known about the world has been changed. Something was activated. I actually didn't see what that was. So I'm gonna let the guiding orb tell me. Ah, this was activated. And of course, what we should really be looking at is the Spirit Realm version. And there is another painting. I want to be on the other side. This painting, it shows a broken mask. A very bloody broken mask.
Huh.
And this is believed to depict early abandonment of masses channeling technology. If masks were so dangerous, why would the makers use masks to create the Diokek? Does that mean the Diokek are dangerous? Zan's entire worldview is shattered. We're gonna shatter it a little more. Oh, okay. Zan does not want to see how the world will continue to change, so we'll just go back to the main room by ourselves. I'm actually not really fond of this constant use of having to press the right stick as a button. Like, I get that all the other buttons are taken, but I don't like using the sticks as buttons. It is an entirely personal thing. I'm not sorry. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get some more damage. I did want to get that. And save the game once more. We've got another room to check out. Too bad we've lost our buddy. There were so many exciting secrets you could have seen here. I actually kind of curious how we get into this room. It's got so many crystals.
The machines appeared hostile to Hiltzik and Diokek alike. Perhaps they were simply an automated security system. But if so, what were they protecting? Just the knowledge the place held? Or maybe something else, yet unseen?
The machines are here to prevent us from reenacting the at the museum. You know, I probably could have waited a little, Let the machines wipe out the hilt set first. So the hilt sick wouldn't be going after me. Oh, okay, I can jump over that laser beam. It's doing some floaty movement. I don't like that floaty movement. Honestly, though, it's not too bad. All things considered. Oh, it shows damage! Parts of it were flying off. I think this has been the most damage I've received in battle. Other than, you know, that one time I died because I didn't realize you were supposed to attack the crystal.
Amidst the disorder, it was clear that these were not fossilized remains, but statues resembling the ancient human makers. They donned masks, similar to those Asta had seen in prehistoric paintings, and robes hinting at elaborate rituals, exuding an unmistakable air of holiness.
I don't know about you, but this one looks kind of like the pleading face emoji. And sure, if you want to do the holy ritual, that is paean. You seem to be attacking something. Oh, yes, you are in fact attacking a hilt sick. One of my favorite things to do in Zelda is in not Breath of the Wild, in Tears of the Kingdom, is to like throw a muddle bud, or like break down the barriers between some constructs and bokoblins, and just let the chaos ensue. Yes, destroy each other for me. Oh, it's 2 down. Are they still having a party over there? They might be. That's it. I'm stepping in because I don't think the Hillsick are actually taking any damage from the spider machine. They just seem to be chilling there in the corner. Oh, now it reacts. I just saved you, bitch. Is that really any way to treat your savior? See, I really would love to just let the battle play out and fight the winner. But sadly, it was not meant to be. So for the other one, the Hillsick didn't care, but this one, the Hillsick appears to be actively fighting. Neither of them are taking any damage, though.
Was this a temple of some sort that seemed at odds with the more scientific nature of what Asta had seen thus far? Though perhaps for the makers, the two were one and the same.
Yeah, they're just having a party in there. I'm gonna go on, guys. Y'all are having fun in the corner there, right? Well, don't want to interrupt your party. Oh, this unfortunate. Just noticed me. It's interesting after those two back there didn't. That this one turned around and it's like, oh, okay. Let's begin battle.
Were these all meant to represent specific people? Once revered religious leaders? Perhaps their identities, accomplishments, and beliefs were all lost to history. Amid their deafening silence, Asta could only speculate.
No. I think I'm gonna have to do a little more than speculation right now. I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit of ass kicking too. Maybe a lot of ass kicking. I'm being flanked. Oh, this camera angle is terrible. Just absolutely couldn't see what I was doing there for a bit. Alright, are you okay over there? You know what, I don't like my I was just about to say I don't really like my health levels right now. So I think I'll hide behind the statue to let that recharge. It's fine. Just wants to give me a hug. But Aster wants a little bit of social distancing. There's another one! I guess we're going back. If it works, right? Do you follow me around this way? You do. No one asked for that. It really is just trying to climb over everything to get to me, though. It managed pretty well! Poor game physics, but it managed pretty well. I wonder if some way if there's any way I can, like, upgrade my healing. I can get some healing or upgrade my health. No? Okay. This looks like the exact arrangement of crystals in the beginning. So I guess we're in that room I wanted to go from the start. Of the religion. I'm also wondering if there's like a difference between the red and green orbs, because we've been spending the red ones for ability upgrades. Unless red and green are the same. There are crystals here. There are things here. Oh, we've healed. Is that what the green crystals are? They're healing. That would make sense, actually. Once again, friend, you're not gonna get extra credit for showing up late to the party. This is some really rocking combat music for a non-combat situation. I mean, it was a combat situation, but the combat situation had already ended. Alright, let us duck on over to our spirit realm. I could fire at that. Are there things for me to collect? It did look like there was something shiny over here. Oh. Just a doorway. Oh, there we go. In the corner. I do feel like the game is a little imbalanced. I'm getting more of the shard currency than I can use because I don't have enough of the red orbs to use with it. Like, perhaps there's another way to gain those, and well, I'll get more of those later in the game. For now, though. Do you think we've powered up the swinging pendulum enough? That is in fact healing. Okay. I'm a very observant gamer. Please judge me. Oh, this seems new. But we fired the pendulum to touch the cracks, and we have activated this crystal. Enter the... Is that the hidden path? falling down there does appear to be the hidden path. I'm gonna go save. Once again, considerably more red orbs will be used in comparison to the shards, the upgrade shards I actually have. Again, I've just been having a blast with Runic Blast. You will pardon the pun. Oh, okay, we can save after I made that purchase. Let's head on down. This is a hefty demo. I'm about like an hour and a half
A
in.
secret passage, designed only to reveal itself after great effort. If the structure was meant to hide something, it was undoubtedly here.
Buddy. I'm sorry. You're in the wrong section. You belong in the biology wing. You've got some interesting swirls on your skull. There are a lot of health crystals available. I do not actually need them. Also, I guess here's another save point. We can jump on top of it and turn with it.
This secret subterranean chamber differed from the rest. Immaculate, untouched by the eons of ruin that had befallen the world above. Whatever was housed here had been protected by the ravages of time. Asta was about to come face to face with it.
Hey, did you want to grab our buddy Zan? Did Zan want to be here for this? Ooh. Wrong button, once again. This one also looks like it wants to give you a really nasty hug. Oops, I destroyed my own my own shield. I was about to say, for like for a museum security system, this is like really bad. Can I camera angle? Oh, that's right. I have lock on. That's why. That's why the camera angle has been so unkind to me. But it wasn't fast enough. I should have realized it sooner. Well, it looks like we've died. But it appears the game has frozen here. At this point where I have died. and button mashing isn't really doing anything except putting me in the spirit realm. I suppose that is what happens with a demo. So I'm going to call this video here. We got pretty far, an hour and a half. That seemed like it would have been the final boss of the demo. A shame that I was unable to destroy the security system of the museum before we ended here. But Monolith, the Requiem of the Ancients, was pretty fun. Camera angles could be kind of tricky. But it's a very solid action RPG. And yes, I like shooting blasts out of my hands. Again, this demo is currently, at time of recording, available as part of the Steam Next Fest. I do not know if it will be removed once the Next Fest ends, as it probably, as Next Fest will probably have ended by the time this video goes up on YouTube. But I certainly enjoyed this. This is coming out sometime next year, apparently, and give it a try if you're able to. For now, though, that's the end of the story for humans in the world of Glios. And that's the end of the story for this video. We'll see you next time.